Nick Gas is brought to you by Burton Snowboards. Why aren't you riding?
Up next, the Great Frame Game. Get the picture?
You are watching your games, your sports. Nick Gas. From the four corners of your world, this is Global Gas.
One down, yeah! How's it going? Matt here for Global Guys, your games and sports from around the world. And, well, you guys know we all love biking. We totally love the snow. So we're gonna bring you the coolest sport out there. This one's called snow mountain biking. It's coming straight from New Zealand. It is awesome. Or, like the New Zealanders like to say, it's a beaut, mate. For snow mountain biking, you need snow, and tons of it. The kind you find in New Zealand, where snow mountain biking first originated, or in any country with freezing temperatures, like Norway, Finland, Sweden, Russia, the United States, and Canada. So here's the scoop. Now, for snow mountain biking, it's important to wear layered clothing to stay warm in the freezing cold mountaintops. Players also need a bike that's in great shape, with the tires waxed, wide and under inflated. You see, this makes them stay on top of the snow and not dig deep into it as they trek along the tough terrain. So the goal is to follow the mountain trails and cross snow obstacles while trying not to fall down the hill. Riding on an unfamiliar trail can be dangerous because they don't know how deep the snow is. Now, snow mountain biking competitions have become really popular among hardcore bikers who are always pushing themselves to the limit. Some races are uphill, others downhill, and whoever gets to the finish line first is the winner. So there's some snow mountain biking for you guys, and like the Kiwis say, that has some wicked fun. Well, there you have it. Some Global Guys for you. My name's Maddie, and like the New Zealanders say, we'll spot you. Laters.
Tickets for the SpongeBob movie, please.
Enjoy the show.
Get ready for big trouble and big twists when Sponge meets World.
Who are you?
David Hasselhoff.
For the very first time, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Rated PG. Now playing only in theaters.
Now back to the Great Frame Game. Get the picture?
You are watching Nick Gas.
Let's open up the playbook and learn from the pros. It's a games and sports trade trick.
What's up, guys? I'm pro snowboarder Ann Malin. I'm here to talk about one of my favorite tricks, the stalefish. The first important thing is the approach. You really want to find the spot in the wall where you can launch from. Okay, you're in the air. Next thing you want to do is reach back and find your grab between your bindings. Okay, now the last and most important thing. You got your grab. Now you want to keep looking down and find your landing. And now, the stalefish. Okay guys, let's recap. First, you want to find a spot on the wall. Then you want to reach back for the grab. And last, keep looking down for that landing. Okay guys, I'm out of here. Keep watching Nick Gas for more trade tricks.
Live these words.
Listen up.
A law to abide is to get outside, to hang with friends before the day ends.
Make a run at the sun just for fun. Breathe the sky. Hear the grass grow. Once you hear it, then you'll know.
It doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's how you choose to live your day.
To keep it simple, here's what I say. Live these words. Let's just play.
Now back to the great frame game. Get the picture?
Up next, the great frame game. Get the picture?
You are watching Nick Gas.
Hey, Games and Sports fans, get ready for another Nick Gas timeout. This time out, we're playing along with Harlem Globetrotter, Otis Key.
Okay, guys, let's see what you may or may not know about the Globetrotters. What former NBA superstar fulfilled his lifetime dream by playing with the Harlem Globetrotters? Is it A, Isaiah Thomas, B, Dominique Wilkins, C, Magic Johnson, or D, Charles Barkley? Go ahead and think about it. All right, time's up. Let's see who slam dunked this question. So, did you say Charles Barkley? That's not it. Sorry, Charlie. What about Dominique Wilkins? Not even close. Maybe you guessed Pistons great Isaiah Thomas. No. The only answer left is Irvin Magic Johnson. In 1997, the Hall of Famer suited up with the best basketball team in the world, the Harlem Globetrotters, against the College All-Stars. Now, if you knew that, you know a thing or two about the Harlem Globetrotters.
Hey, get back in the game. We'll see you next time out.
Now.
Now back to the great frame game. Get the picture?
You are watching your games, your sports. Nick Gas.
From the four corners of your world, this is Global Gas.
Oh, we got that. What's up? That is Hey Guys in Portuguese. I'm Matt here. This next Global Gas is a super awesome Brazilian sport. Like the perfect combination between a little volleyball action, a little soccer action that you've ever seen. This one's called foot volley. Here you go, a little foot volley.
Foot volley was invented in the beaches of Brazil, but you can also catch great foot volley action in the beaches of the U.S., Argentina, Uruguay, Italy, Spain, and Morocco. All right, here's the lowdown. Now, foot volley is a lot like beach volleyball in many ways, but the biggest difference is that the players can't use their hands at all during the game. Foot volley is practiced in a field divided in half by a high net. The teams are made up of 2 players who usually play in their swimsuits with or without shoes. To serve, a player kicks the ball over the net. Now they're allowed to keep the ball for a few seconds and then pass it along with their feet, head or chest to their teammates, or to the opposite territory. Now, like volleyball, if the ball hits the ground or if it falls out of bounds, the opposing team scores a point. Now the game consists of 3 or 5 sets of 15 goals each. The teams usually switch sides after every set to give each other a break from facing the sun.
Ah! Guys, I forgot to tell you now, in foot volley, the ball, it's just like a soccer ball, but it's a little bit more deflated. Because, I mean, you know, kicking this thing all day long barefoot, it's going to hurt after all, right? There's your tip for foot volley. This was Global Gas. Your games, your sports, all around the world. I'm Matty.
Let's hear it for SpongeBob! Now playing, SpongeBob splashes into theaters with a sea of stars.
In your face!
Scarlett Johansson as Mindy.
I knew you could do it!
Alec Baldwin as Dennis.
Sesame seed.
Jeffrey Tambor as King Neptune.
It is time for you to die.
And this guy.
I'm David Hasselhoff.
Hooray!
The SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Let's get it on! Ouch!
Ew, I think I stepped in something.
Rated PG. Soak it up. Now playing.
Now back to the Great Frame Game. Get the picture?
Nick Gas is brought to you by Burton Snowboards. Why aren't you riding?
Up next, the mess for the new millennium. Double Dare 2000.
You are watching Nick Gas.
Let's open up the playbook and learn from the pros. It's a games and sports trade trick.
Hi, my name is Tony Hawk, and I'm a professional skateboarder. So if I'm gonna go skate ramps, I get all the necessary gear. I get my knee pads, my elbow pads, my helmet. But if I want to get anywhere near the top of the ramp and do any tricks up there, I gotta learn how to drop in. Dropping in, that's your trade trick. Dropping in is when you start at the top of a ramp with your board over it and you go down. So when I'm gonna drop in, a couple things go through my mind. The first point of dropping in is to get your feet in the right place. I keep my back foot right about in the middle of the tail, and my front foot, as soon as you place it down, it goes over your front bolt. The next thing I think about is leaning forward as I go down the wall, because the biggest mistake people make is to lean back and fall backwards. And then I like to look forward and anticipate the transition. My trade trick to you for dropping in is to not hesitate. Once you get up there, commit to it and go. So let's recap. So make sure your feet are in the right position, that you're leaning forward on your way down, and you're looking ahead, anticipating the transition. But most of all, my trade trick to you when dropping in is to commit. Don't get up there and hesitate, because that's when you get afraid and you won't try it. Get up there and go. That's my trade trick to you.
Now back to the mess for the new millennium. Double Dare 2000.
You are watching Nick Gas.
Hey, games and sports fans, get ready for another Nick Gas timeout. This time out, we're playing along with pro soccer star Mike Petke.
What's up, soccer fans? It's time for some trivia. We all know how big soccer is around the globe. So tell me, which country won the most World Cups? Is it A, Italy? Is it B, Brazil? C, Argentina? Or D, the United States? Anything? Anything yet? Come on, guys. Nothing yet? All right, guys, time's up. Let's see how you did. So did you say the US of A? Unfortunately, the USA has yet to win a World Cup, but the future's looking bright. What about Argentina? Well, then you probably said Italy, right? Wrong again. Well, that only leaves one answer, Brazil. That's right, no one has dominated the World Cup quite like the mighty Brazilians. Including 2002, they've won the World Cup 5 times. Now, if you knew that, then you know your soccer trivia.
Hey, get back in the game. We'll see you next time out.
Now back to the mess for the new millennium. Double Dare 2000.
Next, the mess for the new millennium. Double Dare 2000.
You are watching your games, your sports. Nick Gas.
From the 4 corners of your world, this is Global Gas.
Aloha, guys! What's going on, man? Coach chilling here by the beach, watching some Global Gas, your games and your sports from around the world. Check it out, outrigger canoeing. That's right, it's totally cool. These guys are tearing up the ocean. Check this out, outrigger canoeing, man.
Now, the first outrigger canoe races started in Hawaii, but way before it became a sport, Polynesians used outrigger canoes for transportation from one island to another. Now, these days, you can try it out in countries like the United States, Australia, Tahiti, and Fiji. Here's how it works. The outrigger canoe is different from an ordinary canoe because it has a rig on the side. Now, this rig balances the canoe and makes it more stable when you're in the ocean. Now, Hardcore Canoe is trained year-round for the World Championship, a 40.3-mile race between the islands of Molokai and Oahu. And in these long races, each canoe is followed by a motorboat with reinforcements. And when paddlers get tired, they switch off with the other teammates who are standing by on the motorboat, ready to jump in and continue the race. Now, these switcheroos are really cool because the paddlers don't miss a beat. They get in and out in a split second. Now, lots of serious canoeists also do little sprint races called regattas, which are typically 250 to 500 meters long. Now, those take place in many places around the world and are good prep for the big race in Hawaii. Outrigger canoeing is considered Hawaii's national sport, and it's high-speed, high-intensity fun in the sun. Not only do you get really buff arms while you're at it, you get to race with a team and achieve results one person can't achieve alone.
All right, now one of the many perks of this sport here, of course, is getting a pretty nice tan. And as you can see, guys, I need to work on mine. So I'm gonna do a little bit more rowing. This has been Global Gas. I'm Matty. Outrigger canoeing, man.
tickets for the SpongeBob movie, please.
Enjoy the show.
Get ready for big trouble and big twists when Sponge Meets World.
Who are you?
David Hasselhoff. For the very first time, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, rated PG, now playing only in theaters.
Now back to the mess for the new millennium. Double Dare 2000.
You are watching Nick Gas.
Let's open up the playbook and learn from the pros. It's a games and sports trade trick.
Hey guys, I'm pro snowboarder Ross Powers. Welcome to the half pipe. All right, it's time to learn a thing or two. This trade trick's all about the McTwist.
And it goes like this.
All right, guys, the first thing is this. You want to drop in with a comfortable amount of speed and angle your board up the wall. All right, next step is, when you get to the lip, you want to pop off your tail, throw your front hand towards your back foot, and grab your board. All right, the last step is, you want to let go of your board, spot your landing, and come down smoothly. All right, guys, what I like to do personally is grab the board mute, really tweak it out, land high on the wall so I have speed for my next hit. All right, this is the McTwist. All right, let's recap. First, you want to drop in smoothly with your board angled up the wall. Then you want to pop off the wall, throw your front hand towards your back foot, grab your board, spot your landing, and land smoothly. All right, guys, if you like learning tips from the pros, keep watching Nick Gas for more trade tricks.
Heroes of the game. Determination, discipline, dedication. Instilled at a young age, these values can wash away adversity. Heroes aren't made amidst the comforts of automated pin setting or ball return. They're made here on the unforgiving asphalt of youth. Here on the driveway. Driveway Dave Patinsky had a dream. To bowl a perfect 300 score, like his role model, Bob Learn Jr., a man better known as Mr. 300. In order to emulate his hero, Dave would need to roll 12 strikes in a row. Driveway Dave fought off dehydration as he bravely sought his goal. Now the moment of truth was at hand. Tension mounted as Dave prepared for his final roll. For inspiration, he looked to his mentor, Bob Learn Jr. Before every roll, Mr. 300 always displays his love for the game. Driveway Dave imitated his idol and kissed those pins goodbye. Driveway Dave now had a new nickname, Mr. 300 Jr. A signature of perfection worthy of one of our most illustrious heroes of the game.
Pave the way. You know, playing at school is not cool without the right tools. You see, you need a ball for your bat, as well as helmets and hats, A swish you can't get without a net. And you might as well forget soccer without 2 goals or volleyball without 2 poles. On cement you can't slide because it hurts your pride. When they don't provide equipment and stuff, tools of the trade. My interest will fade if you don't pave the way. I don't mean to whine, I just want to play.
Now back to the mess for the new millennium. Double Dare 2000.
Nick Gas is brought to you by Burton Snowboards. Why aren't you riding?